It was a glorious day when Sparrow was buffed and Murdoch was nerfed. Because that means that relative to the rest of the Rangers, Grim has shot up in validity, in my opinion. He received some buffs to his shield, and you know what? I think he is viable in today's meta. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my hero building guide series. I am Sylphin. If you guys are looking for just the build, the mech cannon, go to the end of the videos. That's where we're going to look in depth as to each card that we picked and why. So, ladies and gentlemen, the very first ability that we get depends on who we are laning up against. I do believe it's going to be an Aurora. But we will just have to see, and yes, it is. So for Aurora, you have to think of what kind of abilities they use, how they do their thing. And for Aurora, that's going to be her fantastic ability to get up close to us and control us. So we're going to have to use our displacement blast to knock her away. It's a lobbed 78 ability damage ability, and thank you. And what it does is it knocks people away quite nicely. So what we're going to do is get that ability first, just so that we can knock her away from the center of where that energy orb lands. So it's going to be very important to try to anticipate when this Aurora, is trying to dive in, do her thing against us here. That's kind of really the only way that we can stay safe here in this safe lane. So again, all that you're doing is trying to focus here on these last hits, but the Decker here is kind of being a little bit hard to... she's kind of attacking these minions. I'm not sure why she did that, because that just helped us here kind of do this. So anyways, we're trying to get these last hits and just focus on these. Now the second ability we got was Deflector Shield. Why do we get Deflector Shield? Because it ignores, or it basically completely it completely negates an ability. So you can block your next ability here that you do take. And we're going to... I'm waiting. Very nice. And that was a perfect moment there for me to use my shield. But of course, I didn't. And that was a completely terrible showcase of why Grim is absolutely very viable in this meta. Because I could have absolutely negated that route with my Deflector Shield. I just can't execute. And that is how it is. You need a quick reaction time. And I just didn't have it. Now, there's another part of the shield as well. When you block the attack, you gain 25% of missing mana on a successful block. So if you are missing a lot of mana, oh boy. Yeah, no, that's what it is. 25% of missing mana. I thought that it was, a portion of your. Ooh, no, okay, nope. And we're going to... Oh, very nicely done. If I could just hit my basic attacks. Jesus Christ. Wow. So, you guys, accuracy on your basic attacks is absolutely huge. As, I'm just trying to get a little bit used to this Grim here. He does have a very interesting... He has a very interesting, model. He has a bigger model that makes it a little bit tougher to hit things. It's not... He's really weird especially when you're trying to attack units that are close, because the angle of his gun, whatever you want to call it, isn't like I look at the angle of the gun, like it's not aimed at that location at all. So for me, being kind of an intuitive player here, I can't, Jesus Christ, I can't hit a damn thing. It makes it a little, oh my goodness. It makes it a little bit tougher to do your thing here, because it's just a little tough. I'm going to, nope. I'll want to maybe attack her just a little bit here, but yeah, we're not really doing that great of a job pressuring her out, and I have no idea why I am having a tough time aiming here, as I did practice with him quite a bit last night. Well, one game at least, and I was doing actually a pretty damn good job. So we're just going to focus here on this tower. Now the last ability that we got here was suppression mode. It's a toggled ability, so you toggle it on or off. And what it does is it adds a max movement speed slow to your basic attack. It costs 12 mana. And I think that is it's a very strong ability. I kind of want to upgrade it quite a bit here, just because that slow, maybe securing some of these kills here on this Aurora is going to be very nice. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just because it adds a lot. Like, we went from 180... see, and there you go. You can just totally negate that root with our shield there, as you can see, works very well. And I'm gonna have a fairly easy time. I mean, this Aurora here, okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. Unless you want to play, I can knock you into our tower here. But yeah, she's not really going to be able to do too much here, as we have no wards. I do have wards out, but just trying to get that CP here in this early game is very, very powerful. So as you saw there, me use the toggle on my... I'm going to use this to try to negate his ultimate. There we go. So there's me negating his ultimate there with a shield. And can I slow her down? Yes, I can. But as you can see, it doesn't last very long. So that is the issue here. We're going to have to place a ward, as it looks like your Decker here isn't doing a terribly good job of warding off here. So I'm going to have to do this and this one as well, just to give us some vision here. And we got our ultimate. And it's a pretty interesting ultimate. It's called GTFO. It's a homing orb of 223 damage that locks onto an enemy that is in visual range. So you have to have line of sight and be able to lock onto them. But it passes through the world and minions. It can be interrupted by other enemies standing in the way, stuff like that. But it is very nice. It's you know, of all the things here, nope. I do have the Decker here coming, so I'm going to just hit her a few times, so I know that the Decker is coming. We're gonna have an okay time here. I'm gonna slow her down, maybe just a little bit. We do have the enemy Decker here, so we had to be careful. I mean, I'm being very aggressive. Just want to make stuff happen and just kind of get the show on the road. In other words, although this Aurora does have a very, very annoying ability to do pretty much anything she wants, as arguably she is a little bit too powerful here in this meta. Now, the thing about his ultimate is that it works really nicely to finish people off. So this Aurora here, if we can harass her enough, we can quite easily, you know, finish her off as she's trying to retreat, and it just works very well. Now here, the displacement blast, that few seconds of the cooldown is really nice. I don't necessarily play Grim enough to maybe notice, you know, that 4 seconds. So I'm gonna have to go with my deflector shield. I know that is obviously very, very powerful, because it deflects anything you want. I'm gonna do this here. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, I know what you're doing. We're gonna do this here. I'm gonna slow her down. Try to anyways. There we go, and there you go. So with some pretty easy positioning here, I can do a fair amount, but no wards. So this is going to be a really strong issue. And of course, I fucking jumped down there. Are you serious? Wow. Well, that's one dead me here. I'm going to use my ultimate on her. Yeah, so fantastic. All right, so made the mistake there, and I didn't even use my blink charm as well, which was something that we really need. There is that blink charm. It could have blinked back up. Not with it today, I suppose, guys. I'm sorry. Well, we have a Decker here, but looks like I wasn't able to do much there, unfortunately, as now I don't really want to engage too hard here. That Decker is a very nice target for my ultimate, but it's a little bit off of cooldown. So that Blink Charm, I got that right away, like before I even upgraded my I feel like this Aurora is having too easy a time with me here because maybe our Decker here. I'm being very aggressive. So there we go. This is fine. This is fine. Fucking just dumb. All right. So that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We got this. As you can see here, we're having a very nice, easy utility against this Aurora. If I can do it, if I can hit her away, if I can use my shield, it does work very well. But I'm not necessarily feeling like this Decker. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. So I mean, Grim has crazy utility. He really has crazy utility, and it's just utilizing that utility. I think that is the secret to Grim. If you can utilize it, it's really strong. But you just have to perform, right? I think the skill cap on Grim is really high, and that is what makes it so punishing here to do anything with him. So I'm going to do this here. That's fine. Use my Blink Charm here, and then I'm gonna go back in, and this should be a dead Decker here. See, we can make stuff work. We can do it. We can do it, Decker. We can do it. It's just executing. So there is potential there with your shield, with that deflector shield to you know completely negate the Aurora ultimate, the Hoarfrost, the ring. There's potential there. It's just actually utilizing it. That is the really hard part. So here I'm going to go from our slow again, just because it is really powerful. It does cost quite a bit because that mana cost, but it's really powerful. It's really powerful. So I'm gonna upgrade that, make it at least you know, fair amount, at least you know fairly effective. So increasing that slow, but that also does increase the cost. So I'm gonna do this. This is fine. I'm gonna negate that stun, but I'm just dead. So there we go. Fantastic job by the Sevrog. I should have waited to engage there, as hopefully our team can do something. No. So fantastic job by the enemy team, as I'm being a little too greedy there. I'm gonna go in here with a minor strike, minor kinetic here. We'll keep it even with all this power here in the Sage's Horde. Could arguably get rid of this healer token, as I think that's going to be a little bit more appropriate right now. But that doesn't really do anything, so we might as well keep it. Okay, so here we are just trying to slow down this Aurora here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so nothing there we could have done. Try to maybe save our howitzer there by slowing down the. Careful. We're gonna see what we can do here. Is she going in for an amazing ultimate? Okay, here's a ultimate time. Boom, there we go. We're gonna do our slow here. Okay. Ooh, nice easy pickings for this Gideon. Kaboom. And there we go, get that kill. Ward here, there's a whole bunch of wards. Oh, goodness. We do that there, maybe. Oh, do we get her? No, we don't. So, there's Sevrog here. I'm gonna... Fuck me. Should have used my shield there, but of course I am unable to react in time. And there's kind of the somewhat potential of... Really? Somewhat potential of... I'm gonna do that to kill some of those. So I'll steal that, please. Yeah, so, alright, so, there's somewhat of some okay positioning. Just trying to, you know, get in good position. We can utilize Grim's fantastic utility there to dodge things, but I mean, it's just, he has a wondrously high skill cap, and you know, if you can play him right, like I am not doing here, I think the potential is really, really high. I think he has a lot of potential. All right, here we go. Here's some kind of a team fight. I'm gonna make sure that we... No shit. Oh, well, we did actually hit on somebody, so hopefully that actually pays off here. We're gonna try not to... feed them here. Ah! Slow on that, so I'm gonna do this here to maybe... Ah! There's a Decker. I should have saved my ultimate there, as I probably could have saved that for something. And now we have to retreat. There's a Decker. There's a Decker. So I don't know. I for some reason thought that we wouldn't be able to get it. Very nicely done. There we go. I'm gonna use my this. I'm gonna use my blink. Oh, nope, no blink charm. Let's see. Are we getting chased? Yes, we are. Ah, no shield. No shield. I clicked my shield because I knew she was gonna use it, but nothing. So, looks like it's just crazy engagements here that really aren't making much sense. So, we're going into now Spear of the Rift Hunter with a little bit of crit. And we should be able to do this very nicely. As next, we're going into, after this, a huge Spear of the Rift Runner. Even, although, I mean, it's tough because this doesn't give us much crit, even though we keep it for the rest of the game. I think instead we're gonna have to go for the Black Blood Virus just to make sure we have that crit bonus, and then that 10% lifesteal gives us a good amount of sustain out on the battlefield. Okay, we're gonna try to be a little bit more defensive with our positioning here. As I say that, of course, maybe I'm not in the most defensive position. Hopefully we can... Okay. I say it and then I don't do it. Which, guys, with Grim, I mean, we do have Blink Charm. We do have Blink Charm, which maybe I shouldn't be relying on too much. But yeah, so we're gonna get Deflector Shield. I don't think we can get or Prime. I don't think I have enough damage for that. We're gonna go over here, see what we can do. And try to get this Aurora here. Okay, oh, team. We're gonna try to annihilate this. Let's see, oh boy. Okay. That's why we need wards, and don't have any. Boy. Okay. And these last hits here. I'm gonna be thinking about using my... Ooh, boy. There we go. No follow through from a friendly team, though. There we go. Ah! Ah, shit! Blink Charm, man. Blink Charm. Use the Blink Charm. Blink Charm, Blink Charm, Blink Charm, Blink Charm. I'm getting in dumb positions, and it's just... It's really hard. It's really hard. 7-3, we need 10 card points, so we need to get rid of this Wind Cover Blade. We need 4 points here, that we just don't have yet. Engagement's going to happen here. I can't hit a damn thing. Okay, so this is a bad position, as now the Grim is going to come right for us. Or the Severog, rather, sorry. This isn't a good position either. Ooh, come here. me do this to knock them away here. Nope. Use this shield here, and I used it too late. Use my slow here. Ah, my shield now. Need to use my blink charm to get out of here. And I'm just dead. Yep. And I'm just dead. Yep. Yep, there we go. Okay. Yep. Nothing we could do. Enemy team is too far ahead now. And we aren't anywhere close. So, there, Blackbud virus. There we go. Lesser drains in there. Just for that little bit of sustain. Oh, baby! Oh, not enough. Not enough. That was almost enough here to get that, but no. He's gonna die. Oh, that should be game. So, there is Team Deathmatch, and, you know, just some poor play on my part to execute a hero that I think is actually viable. I missed a lot of stuff in there. I missed a lot of my shields, a lot of, my knockbacks were okay, but I think he is viable. So let's go take a look at the build. Here's the build, guys. Archmagus for the structure to minions. I just prefer that. Start off with your strike token and your healer token, going into your Sage's Ward. Now you might be wondering, like, why not the Assassin's Ward? Simply because it doesn't give you enough damage in the early game. I've tried it, and unfortunately it just doesn't work. Plus, with all the other cards, by the time you reach all 6 slots filled with 6-point cards, you have enough. What? So with your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your 6 slots, so there's really no point in switching the Sage's Ward for another 6-point Wing Cover Blade, just because you'd be replacing a 6-point card for a 6-point card, and that doesn't make any sense, right? So that is why the Sage's Ward gives you more damage, it's more effective, there's no upgrade bonus on this, you don't need that lifesteal, you don't need that penetration, so I like the Sage's Ward better. Start off with the Sage's Ward. Going into your Blink Charm whenever you need it, fast as possible, really, because as you see there, you're just shit without it. You need a Wing Carver Blade into a Whirling Wand, then into your Rift Mage's Scepter, followed by the Spear of the Rift Hunter. After that, then you can switch out your Sage's Ward, your Assassin's Ward, switch out your Sage's Ward for your fucking Assassin's Ward. There we go. In order to help get that Blackbud virus. You will have 20% crit. It's not that much, but I think that is much more effective and much more valuable than trying to get this 15-point Spear of the Rift Hunter all of a sudden. So yeah, go for the Blackbud virus first, then Spear of the Rift Hunter. Huge power spike at that point. Go for your Wind Cover Blade next, then fill out the upgrades here on your Assassin's Ward. I've tried to do a whole bunch of other things. It just doesn't work. This gives you as much power as possible. He definitely hurts in the early game. He is a super hyper carry in that sense, where he scales amazingly into the late game. Early game, he really hurts. So there you guys go. There's the final build. Blackbud virus, Wind Carver Blade, Spear of the Rift Hunter, Rift Mage's Scepter, and the Assassin's Ward. You eliminate your Blink Charm with the very last card that you get. So this Wing Carver Blade replaces the Blink Charm, then you become a walking power cannon. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And hopefully by then your team is, you know, you're grouped up because you're 60 CP, and they can protect you. So there you guys go. There's a build. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. My apologies for the piss poor performance. I don't have enough time to practice. I don't get good games. I don't perform. That's just my reality. So there's a showcase of the build. Piss poor gameplay. My apologies. I suck. So if you guys don't know that, I fucking suck. Please subscribe if you guys found it useful, hopefully, or if you enjoyed it somehow. So there you guys go. I am sorry. It's been tough. Woo! I love you guys. I love your positivity that you bring. I'm just really trying. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.